Assalamualaikum Doktor. My name is Nur Irene Shafika binti Awang. Metric number is 279709. So I will explain about financial aspect of financing. Financial aspect of financing refer to the management, acquisition and utilization of financial resources to meet the business strategy objective. So this include budgeting, forecasting, analyzing, planning, controlling and risk management. It involves accessing sources of finance, providing advance on cash flow and also responding to revenue shortfalls. By maintaining a firm grip on financial matter, financing experts can remain soft and make wise decisions about how best to use their available funds. Proper planning and analyzing of financial aspects are essential a part of financial success. Four elements financial aspect for financing is planning, controlling, organizing, and directing, and decision making. First is planning. Planning means identify the steps that are eligible with the business or individual objective. Have you taken the time property establish your financial goals and objective? Do you know what's your long-term plans are for yourself and your brand and your staff? Also, each financial goal, whether that's a profit, financial grow up, or exposition of services, will require financial management, and with each goal there will be steps to get there. So this include financing, budgeting, allocating roles, customer research and much more. So take some time to agree open some measurable step that get you towards for your successful goal on financing planning. The second element of financial aspect is controlling. This means ensure each aspect of the organization is following the established plan. Now you know your step. Do you know that each part of the financial is working to achieve the objective? It is not necessarily a necessity about cutting costs. Rather, it's more about setting setting that can quantifiable lead to the organization goal. It is important to make sure any and all staff are aware of the goals and their role in achieve the goal. That is the controlling. Nextly, the element of financial aspect of financing is organizing and directing. This point means decide on what resources are necessary to effectively carry out the plan. So resources do not just refer to material asset and tools. It expands over to staff, role, budget, funding, technology and software, outsourced services and more. You do not want to start implementing a strategy if you do not even have all the resources at the ready to get the ball rolling. The last element is decision making. Decision making refers to the make choices after investigating all possibilities and options. Once you have established all alternative and potential plan, decision maker must choose which alternative is feasible and match with goal and objective. Decision making will in fact coincide with the rest of planning, controlling and organizing as each element will need to be confirmed before moving forward with the plan. So that's all from me about financial aspect of financing. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atira Munira binti Ahmad Asri and my metric number is 281213. Okay, I will present about the asset quality review. Asset quality review refer to the evaluation and assessment of the quality, risk and performance of asset within the financing portfolio. It is an important component of the overall supervision process aimed at ensuring the health and effectiveness of the financing activities. The purpose of an asset quality review is to examine the individual asset held within the portfolio. This aims to determine their creditworthiness, valuation, risk exposure, and overall contribution to the portfolio's performance. It involves conducting an analysis of the asset to identify potential weakness, risks, and opportunities. During an asset quality review, various aspects are typically assessed, which including the credit quality assessment, collateral valuation, loan classification and provisioning, and risk management practice.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Shafiza binti Samsudin. My metric number is 281157. I will present about the target review in portfolio management. In portfolio management, a target review refers to a comprehensive evaluation of a specific aspect or aspect of an investment portfolio with a particular focus. The purpose of the target review is to assess the performance, risk, or alignment with investment objective of the selected subset of the portfolio. The review can be targeted towards various components of the portfolio. The first one is asset allocation. This involves analyze the distribution of investment across different asset classes, such as stock, bonds, cash, and alternative investments. The review aims to ensure that the allocation aligns with the investor's risk tolerance and long-term goals. The second is sector or industry allocation. In this case, the focus is on the distribution of investment in a particular sector or industry. The aim is to understand if the portfolio is concentrated in a certain sector or if it is well diversified across various industries. Next is the individual investment performance. This review concentrates on the performance of individual securities within the portfolio. It evaluates the profit or loss of each investment to determine whether it meets the expected level of return. Next is risk assessment. Target risk review involves assessing specific risk factors within the portfolio. It may include analyze the level of market risk, credit risk, liquidity risk, or any other specific risk that may be relevant to the investor's objective. Last but not least, investment strategy review. This review investigates the investment strategies used in the portfolio, such as value investing, growth investing, dividend-focused strategies, and others. It evaluates whether these strategies are appropriate given the investor's goal and current market conditions. So, the target review is often part of a broader and ongoing portfolio management process where investment professionals regularly monitor and adjust the portfolio based on changing market conditions, economic outlook, and the investor objective. By conducting target review, portfolio manager and investor can make more informed decisions about their investment and ensure that the portfolio remains in line with their desired outcomes. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Uluzazwani binti Muhammad Sanusi, my matric number 279535. Next, I will present about the process review. Process review, we have 8 process, which is first, investment objective assessment. In investment objective assessment, examine the investor financial goal, risk tolerance, time horizon, and liquidity requirement. Determine whether the present portfolio match with these objectives and whether any change are required. And next, asset allocation analysis. Evaluate the allocation of asset within the portfolio, including the distribution of investment across different asset classes, for example, stock, bond, and the real estate, and determine whether the present allocation is appropriate for the investor risk profile and market condition. And third process, which is risk management evaluation, assess risk management technique and procedure in place such as diversification, hedging, and risk monitoring. Determine whether the portfolio adequate manage risk and whether change are required to avoid potential threat. Next is performance review. In performance review, examine the performance of individual investment as well as the entire portfolio, compare the result against benchmark index or industry norm, identify any underperforming investment, and consider potential change or replacement. And next process review, which is cost analysis, examine the cost of portfolio management such as investment vehicle expenditure, transaction fee, and advisory fee. Examine whether the costs are acceptable and whether there are options to reduce spending. And next is rebalancing and reallocation. Determine whether rebalancing or reallocation of asset is required to maintain the target asset allocation or to capitalize on market opportunity. Consider market circumstance, investment performance, and investor objectives. And next is tax efficiency. Consider measures to minimize tax liability and optimize tax efficiency, such as tax loss harvesting or using tax advantage account. And lastly, the process review is regular reporting and communication. In this regular reporting and communication, establish a mechanism for regular reporting and communication with the investor to offer update on portfolio performance, change made, and any advice and adjustment. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nushahira binti Muhammad Ali, matric number 279536. I will continue the presentation with follow-up evolution on management commitment. First, review initial commitments. Start by reviewing the initial management commitments made in financing portfolio management. This may include targets for return on investment, risk tolerance levels, diversification strategies, and any other financial objective. Second, assess financial performance. Evaluate the financial performance of the portfolio since the last evolution. Analyze key financial metrics such as overall returns, risk-adjusted returns, and correlation with the market or benchmark. Third, analyze risk management strategies. Assess the effectiveness of the risk management strategies employed in the portfolio. Look at the risk metrics such as value at risk, stress testing result, and the use of hedging instruments to mitigate risk. Fourth, examine resource allocation. Evaluate how resources were allocated to manage the portfolio. Ensure that the allocation align with the investment strategy and the resources are being used effectively. 5. Check for compliance and regulations. Review whether the portfolio management team is adhering to relevant regulations, legal requirements, and internal policies. Non-compliance could lead to significant financial and reputation risks. 6. Engage with management. Conduct interviews or meetings with key portfolio managers and executives responsible for financing portfolio management. Seek their insight on progress, challenges, and the level of commitment to the agreed upon strategies. 7. Client satisfaction and communication. If the portfolio is managed on behalf of clients, assess client satisfaction levels and communication effectiveness. Review feedback and complaints to identify areas of improvements. 8. Evaluate market conditions. Consider the impact of prevailing market conditions on the portfolio's performance. External factors such as economic trends and geopolitical events can influence portfolio outcomes. 9. Benchmarking. Compare the portfolio performance with relevant benchmark or peer groups in the industry. Benchmarking can provide insight into how the portfolio is performing relative to others. 10. Identify lessons learned. Determine what worked well and what did not in the portfolio management process. Identify any lesson learned and best practices that can be applied to future decision making. 11. Provide recommendations. Based on the evaluation findings, offer specific recommendation for improving financing portfolio management. This recommendation should be actionable and tailored to the organization needs. 12. Monitor implementation of recommendation. Follow up on the implementation of the recommendation provided. Monitor progress and ensure that the necessary changes are effectively put into practice. And the last one is establish a timeline for the next evolution. Set a timeline for the next follow-up evolution. Regular evolution will help track progress and drive continuous improvement in financing portfolio management. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nufarawida binti Muhammad Sanusi, matric number 280931. I will present about the importance of security in financing portfolio management. Security is equally important in financing portfolio management, where it plays a vital role in ensuring the integrity, confidentiality, and protection of investment assets. First, security important as asset protection. The primary responsibility of portfolio managers is to safeguard their clients' investment. Implementing robust security measures ensures that the assets are protected from potential risks such as unauthorized access, cyber threats, and fraudulent activities. Maintaining a secure environment is essential for preserving the value and integrity of the portfolio. Next, security importance as data protection. In portfolio management, sensitive financial data, personal information of clients, and proprietary investment strategies are handled. Breach of this data can have severe consequences, leading to financial loss, legal liabilities, and reputational damage. Ensuring proper security protocols are in place help prevent data breach and unauthorized disclosure of information. Security also preventing fraud. The financial industry is a target for various types of fraud. Portfolio manager must implement security measures to detect and prevent fraudulent activities such as unauthorized trade, falsified document, or identity theft. Strong security practice can help safeguard investor funds and maintain trust in their portfolio management process. Security also important as it will affect the reputation management. Security breach can severely damage the reputation of a portfolio management firm. News of a security incident can spread quickly, leading to a loss of trust and confidence from clients and potential investors. On the other hand, a strong security posture enhances the firm's reputation and instills confidence in clients and stakeholders. Besides, the security focus on compliance and regulations. The financial industry is subject to strict regulation and compliance requirements. Portfolio managers must adhere to various laws and standards to protect investors and maintain the integrity of financial markets. Non-compliance can lead to severe penalties and legal consequences, making security an essential aspect of meeting this obligation. Lastly, the security is important because it will affect business continuity. Security is vital for ensuring the continuity of portfolio management operations. A well-designed security framework with disaster recovery plans and backup systems help mitigate the impact of unforeseen events such as natural disaster, cyber attack, or system failures. This ensures that the portfolio management process remains uninterrupted and that client investments are safeguarded.
Next, I will explain about the classification of financing. The classification can be divided into 6 categories, which is first, based on sources, which is internal financing and external financing. Internal financing refers to utilizing internal funds that generate from the company's operation or retained earnings, while for external financing refers to obtaining funds from external sources such as bank, financial institution, or investors. Next, financing based on timing, which is short-term and long-term financing. Short-term financing used to fulfill immediate or short-term funding needs, typically for a period of 1 year or less, while for long-term financing used for long-term capital expenditures or projects with a longer time horizon. The third is based on form. There are 3 types, which are debt financing that refer to borrowing funds from external sources and repaying the principal amount along with the interest over a specific period. The second one is equity financing, which means raising funds by selling ownership shares or equity in the company. And the third one is hybrid financing, which is combine the elements of both debt and equity financing, such as convertible bonds or preferred equity.
Next, I will continue to another part of financing classification. Next is financing based on purpose, which include working capital financing, capital expenditure financing, and project financing. Working capital financing refer to the funding of day-to-day operational expenses and short-term funding needs, while capital expenditure financing refer to the financing investment in long-term fixed assets or infrastructure. For project financing, it is a specific financing for large-scale projects or initiatives. Next, financing based on risk. The first one is conventional financing that refer to the traditional financing with standard terms and conditions. And the second one is high-risk financing, which refer to the financing option that involve higher risk. The last one is based on security or collateral, which are secure financing and unsecured financing. Secure financing means obtain funds with specific asset or collateral charged as security, while unsecured financing means financing that does not require specific collateral.